Welcome back to Coffee and Codem. I am so excited to film this episode, mostly because I'm a little bummed. So it's December. This is December's book box. This is December's book box for Caffeine and Legends. I'm super excited to open this because I'm a little bummed. So my family is Swedish, and we have a traditional Swedish bread that we make every Christmas called the Cardamom Bread. Cardamom Bread. It's a braided bread. It's delicious. I love it. I finally snagged the recipe from my dad, and I tried to make it, and because all the Swedish people in my family are freaking paranoid monsters and won't write down all of the recipe pieces, it didn't turn out right, and I'm a little bummed. So now I have 4 loaves of this braided bread that is okay, but doesn't taste like it's supposed to, so I'm a little annoyed. Whatever. Literally, I'll find a picture of the recipe that I'm using and I'll for you. Because literally, like, half of it. But anyway, as I was saying before about the bread, half of it's in a Swedish, English, like, pidgin combination, and so I don't know what half the recipe means, and then the other half just isn't written down. Because these mofos are paranoid and won't write down a recipe to save their lives. When my dad was showing me how to make this, literally last month, on the second proof, after you braid it, you have to let it prove again. And so I was like, well, how long do you... Because none of this is written down. None of that's written down at all. And I'm like, well, how long does the second proof go for? And he's like, well, just until it's fluffy and it's right. So I'm like, well, what does right mean? And he's like, oh, you'll know it. No, Dad, apparently I won't know because I picked it up. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to open Caffeine and Legends again. Thanks, filming. We're going to open it, and it's going to hopefully put me into a good mood again. Because when I opened it the first time and was very surprised about everything, it put me into a very good mood. And now I'm in a bad mood again because I have to do it all over again. It's one of those days, guys. Okay, so the first item was these sour skull candies, which is hilarious because it's a Swedish candy. It's a product of Sweden. And I knew it was a Swedish candy because of this long, crazy word that I'm not going to try to say, but it looks like a Swedish word because all the Swedish words are just huge with umlauts. Is that what the two dots? Anyway, the 2 dots on it. So, Swedish candy. So on the first go around with this, I ate one of these Swedish candies, the sour ones, for y'all to see my reaction. And because I love you that much, I'll eat one again, just so that you can make fun of me all over again. They're sour. My mouth is already watering, so I know it's coming. They're sour, my phone, but they're really good. They're delicious. They're sour gummies. And I'm doing this again for you people. Oh, this one's worse. There's sour apple. The things I do for you people. You're welcome. I deserve at least a couple thumbs up for eating 2 2 sour candies for you people to watch, even if one of them you don't get to see. So the next item that was in the box was this awesome little wooden bookmark. The adventure left off here. It's made of a really thin layer of, kind of want to say balsa wood. It looks like balsa wood, but it might not be. It's a little bendable. Burp, burp. I'm a heathen, and I dog ear my pages. And sometimes if I'm not paying attention, I will accidentally dog ear like a quarter of the page. But this is a really thin bookmark, so I might actually use this as a bookmark. Probably not, though. It is really pretty, the cute little compass on the bottom. So if I don't use this as a bookmark, I will probably find some place to put it up here with my dinosaur skulls, which are the coolest things on the planet. And then next was coffee. It was, smells so good. The Killer Coffee. Let me flatten it out so you can read it. The Killer Coffee. This was chosen because the bag fit with the theme of space and sci-fi-ness. Also because it smells delicious. I don't have time to do the make the cup and then come back thing because, believe it or not, Those itty bitty little segments are a pain in the ass to shoot. I just don't have it in me today, guys. Sorry. You'll have to follow me on Instagram to see how the coffee turned out. But it smells like, oh, so good. It smells like if you've ever been to, I think it's called Pike's Pier in Seattle, where they have the fish that they, there's a little like locally owned coffee shop down in there, and it smells like that coffee. It smells so good. And I have the burps from the sour candy. I apologize. But, so that was the coffee, KLLR Coffee. It is a single origin, small batch coffee. And then the book, which I'm still stoked about, I'm still going to read it, I promise, next, is, oh, sorry, I forgot. This was the theme for the month. I forgot that got cut out. It's the Laws of Nature. Anyway, okay, the book has the coolest cover of all time. Okay, maybe not all time. So the book that was in this month's box has the coolest cover of all time, and I'm wanting to read it next, so I will make a valiant effort to actually read this one next. It is W. Michael Geer's Outpost. It says that it is Donovan Book 1. Ah, look at that cover though, guys. The pile of skulls. I'm definitely having like a Alien versus Predator vibe, for sure. I also really need to sneeze. Anyway, yeah, this totally looks like Alien versus Predator to me. It looks really exciting. Okay. So I'm not going to read the whole synopsis to you guys because it's quite long. But so there's a planet, Donovan, which is where this is all set, which is supposed to be like a paradise planet. But this one ship that's commanded by Calico Aguila? I don't know. When she arrives on the planet, she discovers that the colony is failing, the government's been overthrown, the colonists are wild, there's only one remaining city, and in that city, which is called Port Authority, one of the rulers, who's the other main character in this book, she's got to defend her actions to the company ship and what's been going on. And then on that ship is a dude, Dan Worth, who's a psychopath with a death sentence. And this is like his last shot to a life, I guess. And so he's going to grab a piece of this action no matter who he has to corrupt, murder, or destroy. So that sounds badass. And then on the ship as well is a Captain Max Taggart, who's like the go-to guy for military things in the company. And sounds like he might be charged with fixing shit. But then, while all that's happening, a ghost ship reappears. So this ship was missing for 2 years, but when she returns back home to Donovan, the crew's dead of old age, and the ship reeks of a bizarre death cult that deters the ship from returning home, I think. And then in the meantime of that happening, there's a killer running around. But the way it reads, I'll just read this part to you. In the meantime, a brutal killer is stalking all of them, for Donovan plays its own complex and deadly game, and the secrets of which are buried in Talina's blood. So it kind of sounds like the planet might be sentient a little bit. I don't know. It sounds really intriguing. I'm a little worried that there is a lot going on. Sounds like 4 main characters plus 2-ish side plots, or main conflict plots anyway. So, but it has the potential of being really cool. Like, it sounds great. Sounds dark and bloody with a little bit of like gore thrown in. So, I mean, with a cover like that, it better be. So I'm going to try reading this first, as opposed to everything else that I have. It looks really promising. The candy has given me a hiccups. I saw a like teaser where one of the reps for Caffeine and Legends was saying how stoked she was about this book, so I'm excited. I'm gonna try reading this for December. I'm gonna read this for December, but I'm probably not gonna finish this till January, let's be real, guys. But I'm excited for a sci-fi book in the Caffeine and Legends box. Fantasy's great. I love me some good fantasy, but sci-fi, a good sci-fi is great. So I'm excited to read this one. We'll see how it goes. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. I'll let you know how the coffee was, because it smells really good. Coffee and books and candy. This did make me feel better. for screwing up my bread. I have 4 loaves now that I don't really want to eat because it's not right. Because the recipe, like the dough that it makes, you divide it into 4. So I get 4 freaking loaves out of this thing and none of them are right. Anyway, it's fine. Thanks for following me along on this adventure. We will catch you guys next time.